You let go of that brake, that's your ass. Alrighty, what up y'all? So, let's talk about some bike life stuff. I think today's topic will be continuing education, right? So I recently took, if you haven't seen the previous video or videos, I recently took the Ride Like a Pro course for the second time. This is my fourth, not time taking that one, but probably fourth continuing education class for motorcycle skills and riding and practice and all that jazz, because I enjoy practicing. If you know the theme of my channel, page, whatever social media you're seeing this video on, it's, you know, yapping and practice, right? I love practice. I love going in circles and figure eights and doing little maneuvers that shows that I got skills on this here motorcycle. And I was thinking, I wonder why more people don't want to do that. I think, this is my personal opinion, of course, it's just the fear of being embarrassed on one spectrum, and two, you think you know it all already. I don't feel that way at all. I know sometimes that I feel when I get on this bike that I don't know how to ride at all, even though I know I do possess certain skills and abilities, because I do practice and they are perishable, and I keep those skills up to par as best as possible. Especially beginning of the season, I feel like crap. I feel like, holy shit, I don't need to be on this bike. It's so dangerous. I'm nervous. But by the middle of the season, I'm like, yo, I'm kind of legit. And, you know, sometimes I got to talk about that, because I went to this course and it was with a few people that were in the military, some first responders, some police, and I think one or two just random civilians. And not to shame them at all, because I know that's a big thing. A couple of these folks could not ride at all, and I'm like, you are a danger, not only to yourself, but to others, and it boggles the mind. Luckily for them, you know, they are not the target audience because they were in the course. They're trying to do better. They know they have deficiencies. But I just know there's a multitude of riders out there. They don't feel like that. They just get on the bike, they just go, can't do a basic U-turn, can't turn around, can't navigate. I'm not talking about going up and down the streets straight. Navigating the parking lot, getting in and out of Walmart, getting in and out of CVS, Walgreens, wherever you're at. The movies, where a child, or a street, where a child could be running in between cars, something could pop out in front of you, an obstacle on the road, obstacle avoidance, swerving, emergency braking. Those are techniques that need to be practiced, and they need to become a part of your muscle memory, because you don't want to be surprised by trying to implement an emergency technique. Emergency braking is crazy, right? The sensation of the anti-lock brakes, if you've never felt them, is a little jarring, because your foot's vibrating, your hand's vibrating. What's going on? My bike's about to fall over. I need to let go of the brake. You let go of that brake, that's your ass. Because the reason you needed to implement the brake in the first place is because there was something in front of you that you needed to stop for. But because you're not used to that sensation, you let go. Now you're still going forward. The bike does not just lose all that momentum. You might hit slower, and you got to be prepared for stuff like that. Well, old ladies is just peeking outside. And I might have had to swerve real quick, knowing that I would have been able to swerve into this lane and then swerve back into my lane without hitting the vehicle that was oncoming at the speed that I'm going. It's not something that is just innate. Unfortunately, I've had to practice swerving before in the real world, and also my mind and brain bullets are in sync. I've practiced and I'm aware of my surroundings. My reflexes are cat-like. A house cat, maybe not a wild cat, but still quick enough to know and have an exit plan for whatever I'm doing. And I know a lot of riders just, you know, get on the bike and skedaddle, and I mean, that's okay. Not that I'm trying to force my lifestyle and stuff on the people, but damn, I just think the world would be a better place. The riding community as a whole, look at the puppers, would be a better place. People got some skills up, just like regular driving. Like when you first started driving, you're nervous, you're doing the 10 and 2, there's puppers everywhere. You're doing the mirror check, you're doing the left and right, the rear view, the side view, the back and forth to see if the car's coming. Now, half the time I get in the car and I'm on autopilot. Everything's muscle memory. I know where my parking spot is. I know what lane I'm supposed to be in because of the potholes. I know how to dodge a car. I can tell when somebody's listed into my lane. I can tell when people are looking down at their cell phone, or if they got kids in the back, I can see that arm going over the seat because they about to put the slap down on somebody, or they're just simply trying to get something out of their passenger seat, or somebody's putting on makeup, or somebody's just, in general, I don't know, they give off this kind of aura about them, I guess, if that's the word for today, that they're about to do something wonky. I back up, I speed up, I move over, get myself out of that situation. That's not perfect. I'm not Spider-Man. I don't have spider sense. But that same thing translates to motorcycling. Once you start practicing and intentionally becoming a safer rider, you start to see some stuff and you're just like, yo, a lot of these accidents could be prevented. Now again, there's some cagers out there that are just straight assholes. There's some riders that are just straight assholes. Not talking about them. I'm talking about your general old regular degular motorcycle rider, motorcycle hobbyist who's trying to enjoy a Sunday ride, and they can't do so because they're so stiff and so tight, or they can't navigate life because they're not used to the power of their motorcycle. They only practice when they're going straight. They do not know how to turn. They do not know how to lean their bike, let their bike lean and recover with the use of the clutch, the friction zone, the rear or front brake. You can use front brake because they do not practice. Being comfortable, being familiar with your machine, your tool of transportation, I think is a great thing, and I wish more people would do it. So what say you? Y'all think y'all should practice? You think you just, over time you'll get it? Because people say that a lot. Oh, it's just seat time. It's not just seat time. You have to be intentional about what you're practicing. At least that's what I think. That's what I know, but you gotta say that's what I think nowadays, because if it's not a straight fact, it's an opinion. It is a fact. You know what? Fuck it. It's a fact. Practice. I'm out.